I try to like have some type of formality with it, but we're really just shooting the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like just talking and recording. I'm holding myself accountable. I still, I want to see what's up with you for real. So let's just do it. Okay. Okay, you guys, this is Jasmine, the founder of Rootin For You, and this is episode 4 of Well Rooted Talks, where we're discussing wellness as it pertains to body, mind, and spirit. Today, we have our beautiful guest, Lex Luniverse, here in our virtual space. Hey, Lex, thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming and taking the time out to talk to the family, the Rooted family. You are a member of the Rooted family. We love you. Oh, I can't hear you. Say something else.
I said because I do use Rooted products. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yes, ma'am. We love that as above, so below. So I literally just used it.
I was like, I need to get the turmeric soap from you because I just got out of the hospital recently, and so I have scars now that I want to be able to use that on. So I'm like, yeah, definitely gonna keep shopping.
No problem. We're gonna let's just talk about wellness. I know. Okay, so when I had first met you, I always talk about first time meeting people. It was at Mia's trap yoga event, and you were an instructor. Let's talk about it. So how did you start? I'm gonna skip through some of these questions. How did you get started on that path of the Qigong and yoga and your journey there, and how did you get to instructing and teaching?
So I actually went through a very tragic and traumatic experience. My husband had got killed in 2009. So at that time, I didn't have any peace. Of course, I'm trying to figure things out. I felt like I was in the twilight zone. I just was really lost. And I was going to church at the time, and I just felt like I needed more. Like I was getting counseled by the pastors and stuff, but it was just like, it wasn't enough. And like I said, I would be restless. And so I had a channel I had satellite at the time. And so at the end of the satellite channels, it was like a bunch of different music channels. And so those music channels had meditation music. Well, what we would consider meditation music now, because it wasn't YouTube at that point in time. It was just nature sounds or something like that they would have. So I couldn't go on YouTube and find 528 megahertz beats or binaural sounds, nothing like that. So I would go to that channel and I would just sit and listen. That's how I started at first. I just sit and listen to the music, and then I would close my eyes, and then I would start breathing deeply. I didn't have like a formal instruction for meditation. I just knew I needed to do something. So like at the time, he was only 2 months old. My other son was 5. So I had these toddlers. I had a teenager, my bonus baby at the time. She was 14, 15. So it was just like, a lot in the house going on too. So I was like, okay, let me listen to this music. Let me take deep breaths. And I would try to focus on a black piece of paper. And then my mind would start thinking about who made the black piece of paper? How much money do people make selling paper? Like it would be like stuff like that. I'd be thinking about damn, refocus. The paper is black. So that was like self-taught meditation. I was like, okay, I'm gonna focus on, I'm gonna close my eyes, and I'm focusing on nothing but total blackness, and I'm gonna try to stay focused on that. And then the more I started, growing, years went by, and I started learning more about meditation, its effects on the brain and the body. And I knew how it helped me through that time, because at that point in time, even with Tai Chi, I wasn't per se doing Tai Chi, but I would just stretch in my living room too, and I would listen to the music, and I would breathe, and it was helping me to feel better. And I would laugh at myself sometimes, like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, bro, I don't know what, but I just knew it was making me feel good. And like I said, as I started, going along, and then I would watch cartoons with the children. And that's one thing that I could say for a lot of cartoons that our children watch. They got a lot of gaming about spirituality.
Don't they? I watch them up with my son all the time.
Yeah, if you're paying attention, you could really see the spirituality in a lot of these cartoons. And like Kung Fu Panda is like really good with talking about your chi and your life force energy and trying to harness that. And then the cartoon Avatar, that's a real good one as well, and it talks about a lot of spirituality and practices and stuff. So I really started tapping in and educating myself on what I was doing, and that's how I grew into it. And I just wanted to share it with other people because it helped my life so much. And that's where the instruction part came in. And I really started going to a place, a garden, and I received so much peace there. I said, I just want to share this with other people. It really wasn't like me saying like I want to teach other people. I just wanted to share it. Like,
when you say went to a garden, you mean like a mental garden, or you were at a physical garden?
I was going to a garden like every day. I went and got a membership at the Arboretum, and I was to go meditate and do yoga like almost every day at this place, just going. So I was like, man, this is so beautiful. Like, I don't really see a lot of Black people here, so I feel like I should tell other people. And I did. I started bringing my friends with me. Hey, meet me up here. Come up here. Let me show you something. You know. So then it was like those friends was really into it, and then I was like, hey, like let's have a class. And like I said, for me, my purpose was just I want to share this with other people. And then I bought Mia, and of course we had an experience there. And then she was like, hey, you know, later on I want to do something with you. And so I've been honored, you know, that people look at me in that way. But I don't consider myself like an instructor because I'm still learning a lot more, you know, about the practice and the formalities of it, you know. But yeah, that's, you know, that's the ghetto version of how it took place. You know?
Yeah, it's organic. I feel like I know. So I'll be trying to take notes and stuff so I don't forget because I'll lose my train of thought. But when you said follow the feeling, that's what makes it organic. I've learned because I used to suppress my feelings and just kind of try to have like this tough exterior when I was a kid. Like there would be years where I didn't cry because you know what I'm saying. I just didn't show emotions. Don't hug me, like you know what I'm saying. Back up, type thing. And then it's just like life will teach you, like you said, life be life, and life will break you down just to build you up so you can be where you're supposed to be. But like I think I started crying about one thing once. I cried once that year, then I cried again, and then it was just kind of like my heart chakra. There's nothing wrong with letting your heart guide you, you know what I'm saying? I think that's beautiful. That's how you found that peace and that healing through that. Because don't underestimate your emotions, people that are watching, for real. Like they are very powerful. Pay attention to them. Now I feel like I'm a crybaby. I be crying like it's dead.
This thing so much. And the sad part is in the Black community, that's how we're taught. You know what I'm saying? Be tough. You know, don't show emotion. Don't let people in your business. Don't tell your business. Don't tell our family business to people. You know, so we learn how to be closed off. But I'm a certified Reiki instructor. You know, I hate the instructor word, but I got a Reiki certification as well. And in Reiki, you know, you learn like if you close yourself off to those emotions, you're also closing the energy flow that's supposed to flow through your body. So now, energetically, you start blocking a lot of other things in your life because you have all of these blockages within. And so it's going to come out at some point. And a lot of people will say that they don't have emotion, but they're really angry all the time. And so that is an emotion. But that now has become the dominant emotion, and you can't show any other emotion. So then now that turns into rage. And so that's how you have so much accidental things that happen out of rage, out of anger. So yeah, you need to definitely honor your emotions, honor the way you feel. If people call me, I'm not having a good day. Hey, how you doing? I'm not lying. Like, I'm not doing good. Shit, call me back. Today ain't the day. People want spiritual services from me. I don't do readings and Reiki or any spiritual service. I'm not even gonna meditate with you if I'm not right within myself.
I would definitely agree with that. You have to be right. A lot of people just be throwing out bullshit, and why? What are you doing it for? You have to remember why you're doing something, and be honest. It's like a level of accountability and honesty that you have to have when it comes to yourself and spiritual practices, handling others. Like, there's just certain things you just don't do, and it's okay to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, if not, you're not honoring your emotions and your own truth. And a lot of people, especially in the spiritual community, unfortunately, because it's like we want to make money, right? But this is a delicate thing. You know, it's not like working at Tom Thumb or working at Chick-fil-A. You know, you can go to work up there. And even then, especially with people handling your food, you shouldn't want to cook nobody food with a bad attitude either. But that's a whole, you know, your energy it spreads in many different ways. Be aware of that. But like, when you are supposed to be aware and you working in a spiritual capacity, like, you're supposed to know that already. Like, yeah. And as you stop to honor yourself, like, that's all this is about, is self. We else, you know, it's just a mirror.
It really is. As above, so below, the mirror being, man, you literally speaking that shit. I'm so serious. Like, I literally, because sometimes I see things and I'm just kind of like, okay, but I have to, there's this level, like I'm saying, like the level of accountability with whatever tarot cards, even with me doing doula work, like, I'm stepping into somebody's house. I'm stepping into their delivery. This is still a special moment. You're bringing another life into this world. I have to be able to check myself with things like burning the incense, doing my meditations, going to my altar before I come on here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, even though, like, I know in the beginning I'm like rushing, but there's still, I know I have to do this because it's going to help with this. I need to be in this, that accountability. You know what I'm saying? So, and then if the things don't happen, then it probably wasn't meant to happen.
Right.
Like that level of acceptance with it is just understanding the beauty of divine timing. Where you need to be. So,
yeah. I love that.
Yeah. Another thing, this is random because I thought about this when you're talking about the anger. I've been reading this book that it talks about different like orishas and what organs they're connected to, and anger is associated with the liver. It talks about the spiritual meanings of it, and it's just kind of like I'm always pushing the connection between body, mind, and spirit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, like these emotions and these feelings and these thoughts, or the lack of acknowledging them, it can manifest in our bodies as dis-ease, or you know what I'm saying, all of these like just health issues. When I I don't know, whenever I was with my son's dad, I was extremely depressed, like, I mean, down low. And I go back sometimes and look at the pictures, and you know, I don't look bad, but it's just kind of like, if you look at the pictures then to now, it's like almost unrecognizable. And that was what my son had just turned 7, you know what I mean? And it's just like, back then I was like, I just need to get out of my head. I'm gonna go take a walk. I turned into Forrest Gump. Like, I was walking all the time. Like, I started losing weight. Like, you know, and it wasn't my goal, you know what I'm saying, to lose weight, but I was just trying to get out of there. I started in garden because I didn't want to be in the house. Like, it was just like that connection and how things flow. Man, it's crazy.
Yeah, and nature is so transmuting. Like, if you want to transmute your energy, like you said, you just started walking. You probably didn't even know why you just needed to be out there. But, you know, the trees, the grass, the bugs, all that stuff was transmuting your energy so that you could fast track and get out of that situation. And it's interesting because relationships, that's your biggest mirror. For a lot of us, I ain't gonna say for everybody, but for a lot of us, a lot of your deepest, biggest lessons are gonna come through love. Mine had.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Like, what you accepting, what you tolerating, things that you won't. Like, it's easy. It's, for me personally, it's been easy to be like, well, I keep attracting and okay, well, why this man? It's always the same problem. But I didn't, you know, whatever. And it's just kind of like, okay, Jasmine, but now it's time to look within. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Why are you accepting this? And yeah, preach to the choir.
The people that we attract, a lot of times when we talk about mirrors, right? When you look in the mirror, you're looking at yourself, but you're looking at the flip side of it, right? So when you automatically think that, because when I first started hearing that, I was like, man, fuck no, these people ain't mirroring me, because I don't do this type of, like da 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 da, that nigga this, you know what I'm saying? But then I started having to realize, okay, wait a minute, let's think about this deeper. Okay, it's flipped. Okay, so on the flip side, how do you feel about yourself? You know what I'm saying? Because see, nobody will know what your internal thoughts are but you. So you know how you feel about you. You know what you think about yourself. You know when you look in the mirror, what you really feel, the things you don't like, your insecurities. And them insecurities will eat away at you. And a lot of that stuff comes from childhood trauma. Your parents being critical of you. Your auntie being critical of you. Your perverted ass uncle. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that, that as you grew up, now it's like, I'm so unsure about me. And I have to continue to find who I am. And as I'm finding who I am, I'm attracting people too. And now those people are here to show me the places where I need to heal. So if you're paying attention to it, then you'll have those relationships and it's gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna cry, you're gonna feel lonely through this process, but you're also gonna be able to extract lessons about yourself and see what you need to work on, and that's the blessing.
That is the blessing. Being able to realize, well, I don't like this, so I'm gonna stop messing with it. Or,
yeah, just that too, just to be strong. Because I'm gonna tell you another thing. It's been a lot of women, like the divine feminine energy has been under attack, just like the womb has been under attack. And so what we have to realize as women is to stand in our own power. I went down a rabbit hole on the whole Pakistan thing, and I started looking at, I really went to sleep on it. When I woke up to them talking about, like, you know, in Saudi Arabia, how women are still so oppressed there. They can't drive, they still have to have guardians. A lot of them still can't work and make their own money. And I was thinking about, how does the people that the Most High granted the power to give life become oppressed? Wasn't for us laying down and saying we're gonna birth the baby, then all of these people would not be here.
You're right.
So how do we become a part of the oppressed community? You know what I'm saying? And even as Black women, as successful as Black women are, we still are dealing with broke niggas talking about being polygamous.
Oh my God, don't get me started on that. You can't even afford one woman. You can't even afford the stuff you need for yourself.
You can't even afford yourself. You can't manifest a hamburger, but you want to fuck. I just, you know, it's just a question. I have no answers for it, but I'm just saying, like, we have to move out of this energy, because I love Black men, baby, to my core, okay? Never gonna stop, okay? So this is not that. This ain't the argument of, like, let's go against each other, but it is just a question of, like, and seeing that women in the womb is, like, under attack right now. And before, there would be wars and women and children were not casualties, and now it is. So there's something, you know, about that, especially as spiritual workers, that we need to be meditating on, you know, as far as solutions, even if it's just in our work that we do at home. You know, this energy that needs to be sent towards that.
Yeah, I feel like they know our power. You know what I mean? And when you know what somebody's capable of, you can even look, you know, back in history and listen to stories of the things that women we've. What is that? Helen of Troy. You know what I'm saying? We started a whole war. All this stuff. We hold the power. When somebody knows that, they'll do anything, practically anything, to try to keep us down mentally. there's a lot of fear mongering that goes along with that. But on the other side of fear is usually success.
Yeah. We come. Oh, and that's why you see such a rise in female rappers and a rise in feminine energy, a rise in feminine leaders and politicians, and queens. Look at Meghan Markle. That would have never happened. Never. If he got some of that melanated loving and melanated yoni, and he said, "You know what, family? I ain't really gotta fuck with y'all. I really do. I fuck my throne. Okay, I no longer want to be the king of Zamunda." That's what he said. I'm cool on that. Yeah, I know that's right. Wait, is it William, baby? Harry, Sham.
Harry, that's his name, right?
I don't know which one it is.
I don't know. I love the female rappers and what's going on with them. They really just talking and whatever they want to, no filter. It's really putting a light on them and the people that really don't like us. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I know not to fuck with you, but I'm just loving that empowerment of do what you gotta do, go get the bag, fuck these broke niggas, stop settling. You know what I'm saying? I'm for all of that.
Yeah, they saying it in a harsh way, but it has to be said that way.
They are.
Yeah, it has to be said that way because that's what people pay attention to. Unfortunately, they pay attention to, and it's an oversaturation. I call it pussy rap. It's an oversaturation of it, but it's necessary because again, how long was female rap suppressed? You had a boom in the 80s where you had Queen Latifah, Moni Love, MC Lyte, I say by the time, even with Missy the Brat, Angie Martinez was rapping, Lil Kim, Foxy Brown, all of those was coming out of the era from the 80s of Roxanne, Shantae, and all of them, right? And then all of a sudden it's like nothing. Really, we ain't have really nothing. Maybe one. Then Nicki Minaj comes out. And it's like, oh, Nicki, right? But then with Nicki was never like a girl's girl, right? Nicki's more like, I'm with the guys.
Yeah, she was.
We don't see anybody. Because like I said, even when we have a female that pop up with a hot song, at that time it really wasn't any more females. And then Meg came out, and then with Meg was the girl's girl. So I'm saying, well, look at this girl over here, look at this girl, and now it's like all these girls start working together, and we start seeing more and more female rap, and more people saying, oh, I wanna put my money behind, because that was what the problem was in the past, in the 90s, in the 2000s, was getting a label to put money behind a female artist. So now it's just like the floodgates have been opened, and I love it.
For real. It's about time, for us to have this resurgence and put it in their face.
Yeah. Because baby, we are.
Let's see. Okay, I feel like we've been answering the questions without me even having to ask. Oh, okay. Well, we talked about the connection. Did you want to say anything else about, because I said when I was looking at your Instagram, you've done a lot. Like I was just scrolling, you talk about food, you've done the music, the meditation and everything. You're a jack of all trades, you know what I'm saying? So can you speak to like the importance of the connection between your body, your mind, and your spirit?
I think it's just like, you just gotta be authentic, right? And I think that was like with me, like doing music, I've always done that. And I told you how meditation came into my life and other spiritual practices, even Reiki, like it just shows up. You know what I'm saying? That when you're in alignment with yourself, then what you're supposed to do, it'll be laid out right before you. Like right in the presence of your enemies.
Oh my gosh, that's so weird you said that. Okay, so real quick, I lit a candle. I wrote a petition this morning was talking to the candle and I was like, set a table for me in the presence of my enemies. I literally said that this morning.
Real. What you're supposed to be doing is gonna be laid out for you, and it's gonna be easy. Like, you don't have to question, like, well, and the thing is like, we have a spark mentally. So we'll say, oh, I want to do this. But then you'll be like, I don't know if I should do that. And then you'll get the confirmation. So the universe always confirms everything. Whether you want the universe, Most High, God, Allah, whatever you want to call it, it's going to confirm the information for you. When you get the confirmation, that's a green light. Go.
Yeah, you're definitely right. I had to learn how to stop second guessing myself, because it was like fucking me up. Like, I should have did that. If I would have did it when I first thought of it, I wouldn't have to double back and go. And I think that's why I'm here, is what I'm learning. Just being out here and pretty much in the middle of nowhere is what I've been saying. But around nature, like, I be seeing hawks, all type of rabbits, all types of stuff when I go on walks here. And like, I've been able to like tune out so much and just listen. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like, I need something and it could be the smallest. I mean, not the smallest, but like, I need to go to the grocery store and I need this, but I couldn't find it. And I'll just be walking down a random aisle and somebody that said it there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, what is that? What told me to go down this aisle? Or it's just like little stuff, but it's even bigger. When you sent me, oh yeah, real quick, when you sent me that information about the Shea Moisture grant,
yeah,
that was perfect timing. You have no idea. I applied, and I'm waiting to hear back from them, but I'm just kind of like, it's like my spirit guides, my ancestors, they're playing chess. You know what I'm saying? And you being able to trust the universe is like trusting yourself, because you're a part of the universe. But,
yeah. So what you need and what you desire, I wrote in my planner, what I desires me.
Yes, it does. It's true.
Yeah, so as long as you know that, and you have to affirm yourself on a daily. You have to pour into yourself, especially when you do not have other people around you that's at the level that you have come to. And see, with me, it's been a lot of trauma, a lot of grief in my life that a lot of people, they probably would have stopped by now. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to stop me, but I'm still going, and I'm still growing, I'm still glowing. I just went through 3 surgeries, like out of nowhere. And I got so down, so depressed. I feel like, man, I don't know, man. I don't really know what I'm still doing. Even I forgot about this interview, and then I was like, oh, okay, I got this today. But slowly, it's like the reminders of like who you are. Like, shit, as long as I got breath, I got options. I still can get up. I still can go. I still can let people know my story. I still can help somebody else. Because we all have difficulty and we all face times that we're unsure, we're uncertain of ourselves. But, man, God is still good on every given day.
Every day. As long as you do have breath, you have options. I can speak to that, but we be on it. It really would. I'm so serious. But just don't give up. Anybody watching this, do not give up on yourself. And remember,
that break.
When it gets tough, just know you're almost there for real.
And then know that you're not alone. Like, it's tough for me. It's tough for somebody else. It's tough for everybody going through stuff right now. You got babies and women dying in a war for men's power. This with the power and control.
Yeah.
Why are you exempt from some bullshit happening to you? You not.
Yeah, you're never exempt.
No, you think the people wanted to wake up and have buildings exploding on top of them? No, they just gotta deal with it. So I can't be like, oh my God, I just went through all this stuff. No, I gotta deal with it.
Welcome back.
I gotta deal with it. I'm still here.
The only way out is through being able to move through all of that stuff. There ain't no shortcuts, ain't nobody getting no handouts. Like, you're gonna have your ups and downs. They're gonna come. It's inevitable.
Yep, just go through it. Grow through it.
Yes, grow through it. Okay, let's see. Okay, another about the importance of what we put in our bodies. Because you was talking about, fast food and how people, okay, this is what I say. People that be working in these fast food restaurants, 9 times out of 10, they probably don't want to be there. I used to joke with one of my homegirls because she's eat some, and I'm like, no, it tastes like depression. Like, no, that tastes like I don't want that, because they not happy. They don't want to be there, which I understand. I'm not faulting them for that, but I already cook my own food. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the importance of what we put in our bodies.
Cooking your own food is definitely necessary. Now, I will go on a whim because we just had to stay fair. And I don't want to taste this. I want to try that every time. And especially now, because I'm more in alignment with myself and my body. Like, if I try to eat something that my body does not want, it's in disagreement. It disagrees with it. It's like my head and my mouth want to taste this, but by the time it hits my stomach is like, no. Why did you put?
Yeah, you know damn well.
So cooking your own food, that's always gonna be the best option because you get to decide what the energy is. And a lot of this food is over processed, it's salty, it's not real food. And so we do have to get back to nutrient rich food. Like I don't tell people be vegan or be vegetarian or nothing like that. I just feel like you need to eat nutrient rich food. You need to know where your food comes from. So even if you are eating a lot of meat, like where does it come from? You know what I'm saying? How long has it been sitting in the grocery store? Is it a way that you can get it fresher? I went on a fishing trip with my dad. And it was so fun. I never been on a fishing trip with a guide that just knew where all the fish was at. So we literally caught like 200 fish.
What?
It's like crazy.
Oh, okay.
So I freezer for like forever. And I enjoyed just going to go get my fish right out my freezer. Like, yeah. So it was so fun. It was worth it. And I think it was only like $300 for 3 people to go, like $100 a person.
Oh,
That's
wow.
And at the grocery store, like as much fish as I got, like look, baby, that's so we gotta get back to and we are going to get back to that. Whether we want to do it voluntary or involuntarily.
I think it's gonna be involuntary. I ain't gonna hold you. I think it's gonna be involuntary for a lot of people.
Let's hope some of us decide to voluntarily, you know what I'm talking about? Somebody got some land and you listening to this, call one of us. Yes. Because we need to get back to that mode of being on the land. A lot of us, we are supposed to be stewards of the earth. Our fingers and hands supposed to touch that earth every day. Hands, everything supposed to be in that dirt every day. So yeah, we getting back to that plant life and that farm life and knowing where our food comes from. That's very important.
We took a little intermission. I had to go get my tea and get my Oh, let's go back real quick because I see this. I've lived in a couple different places. I'm originally from Dallas. And I went to let me tell you something about me. So I'm originally from Dallas. My family, we're like from the Oak Cliff area, but I went to private schools in Oak Cliff. I was in private school up until like 7th grade, and then 8th grade, I started going to like Duncanville School District. Graduated. I didn't know nothing about nothing. As soon as I graduated, I was like 17. I left. So I don't know nothing. I still don't to this day. Don't know a whole lot about the scene here, like the clubs, what people be doing. But I lived in San Marcos. I was in Austin a lot. I was in Austin for about 6+ years. Then I hopped to the Midwest and lived in Kansas City. Where else have I been? I just moved back to Dallas like 3 years ago. And when I came back, it was just kind of like, dang, some things. So this is random. Kansas City, that's where my son's dad is from. He would talk about like, it ain't nothing out here. You sure you want to go? And I didn't really believe him. But the Black community there, it's like everything was shut down. It looked like COVID before COVID even started type thing. And so when I came back and he moved to Dallas, he was like, I was like, we used to go there back, and like the shops were still open and running, like from when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So that was something I'm really like, I'm very proud of Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Like we still kind of have, like there's some things that aren't open, but for the most part, the things that were there back in the day are still existing here. But why is it that you were saying like people don't go to the botanical gardens, they're not at the arboretum? I love the farmers market, and people I know from here, like they be like, oh, I ain't never been up there, but they've been in Dallas their whole life. Like, you know what I'm saying? What is it? Why are we not branching out? What you think?
Yeah, I call it a project mentality. Some people would never leave a project. You know what I'm saying? They'll always be there, and they won't never leave their neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? But some people, everything that's going on for them is in Oak Cliff. They're not leaving Oak Cliff. They're not going out. They're not going to leave South Dallas. You know what I'm saying? It's just like everything I do is right here. The people that I congregate with is right here. You know what I'm saying? Drake put out a song, No New Friends. So it's people that feel like that. So if you really feel like that, then it's like, A1 with my day ones. Okay, this is what we tell ourselves. So now you're locked into a contract with only those people. And you can't branch out. You can't, you know what I'm saying? So it's the inner thing. They close within. And so when you're closed up like that, then you cannot meet new people. You're not going to want to go to new places. You don't have any new aspirations to do anything outside of what you've been doing, because that's your comfort zone. And a lot of people reside in their comfort zone.
We need to get out of it. I'd be ready. Like, let's take up space. Let's make these people uncomfortable. I'm all for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's as much as yours as it is, you know what I'm saying, theirs. Like,
I had all them black folks at the Arboretum meditating and doing let me tell you how powerful it is. So first class we have out there, it's at 7 a.m, because I got a membership, so I can go early, baby. I get the VIP experience. So everybody else got the VIP experience too. So we out there first thing when it opened, sunrise, meditation, yoga. This guy, white guy, comes. He's sitting on the edge. Now he meditating, And for me, and then I used to have this old couple. I would see them all the time out there, and they be like, "Oh, I didn't see you the other day." And I'm like, old white people, they got long money. They probably donate to the Arboretum, everything. They come up there all the time. I was like, "Oh yeah, I didn't come." They're like, "Yeah, I like seeing you out here." Because like doing things like that, like how can you not feel peace? I'm not bothering nobody. I'm just sitting here with my eyes closed. It be children sometimes. Like I'll stay out there so long that now the Arboretum is open to the public, and now it's children running around and little kids and stuff, and I'm hearing them. I'm still rocking back and forth in the vortex. I can hear what's going on around me, but I'm not becoming what's going on around me. I'm allowing my energy to filter outside of myself. And those things touch people. Because at the end of the day, we all just spirits having a human experience. So when you in your spiritual self, a lot of times people can feel that. But yeah, I definitely, it was my goal, and still I'm on track to that. Like as I heal myself and I get back to that, for me it'll be in the spring. Then yeah, it's going to be more Black people in these spaces. As long as I'm out here, that's what it's gonna be.
I used to be telling my moms, like my doula work, like they take your food stamps. You can go like the farmers market. You know what I'm saying? You can go up there, like, and they be like, I never knew. I never been up there. I'm like, well, come on, let's go. Like It's like being like opening that path and being that light. But I get so frustrated sometimes when I hear that, like, no, we can go, let's go. Like we need to be there because that's our shit too. Like don't do that. That's how I feel.
The farmers market is real watered down. But when I see my parents used to take me to the farmers market, and it was really a lot of farmers out there with me. Yeah, now you got like people selling t-shirts and all kind of different stuff. So it's just kind of like, it's a little watered down, but they have different farmers markets all over the place too. They got farmers markets in Grand Prairie, White Rock got a farmers market, They have farmers markets that's not too far out of town, like in Canton and different places like that. So you just have to look and see. And if you're willing to drive, 45 minutes to an hour, go to a different farmers market every weekend, and you're probably gonna be able to connect with people that's growing their own stuff. And then another place, I don't know how much of a resource that they are. I know they opened up their own market, and they do take food stamps as well as Bonton Farms, and that's South Dallas. Yeah.
You have Fort Oak Cliff. That's I think it's a foundation, but they've been some things, and they have a monthly farmers market. But I'm like, we need to. That's how you do it. Cause no shade, but like I don't like really shopping at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to be getting all of my stuff from there. So it's just like having those options and spreading the word. I'm all for it. Also, this is random because we was talking about food. I studied nutrition when I was, so I'm in like you were saying. I think that's where we left off with the meat thing. How some people be like pushing that veganism and all of that. Everybody, that's not for everybody. I would say eat for your blood type and things like that. But everybody got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So little steps would be like passing up the cookies, or because that's my nickname is Cookie. I'm a cookie addict, and I struggle with it.
And then you can figure out what you want to put in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Cookies from scratch, like I was like, okay, Pillsbury, Nestle, go get the man. I tell you, I said, because I remember. And see, this is what your childhood, when people be good to you in your childhood, that stuff you remember. I remember baking peanut butter cookies from scratch in one of my classes when I was little. And I'm finna bake me some cookies from scratch. Man, I will never go back to store-bought cookies.
Nothing like doing it yourself. I'm trying to see, like, yes, like that's where you start. Try it yourself.
The problem is as far as food, is butter. Like that vegan butter and shit, nah. Like real butter.
Yeah, I ain't never. I'm not.
I will be delivered from butter, but baby, garlic butter.
Yeah, butter. All you need is some butter, some garlic. If you just try to make a quick little meal, onions, bell pepper, like
that's that up right there. Whatever you go with that, it's gonna be good. You can put it on your chicken, your rice, whatever you got going on. And butter in them baked goods, baby. A butter cake.
All I had today was some pineapple and some watermelon. I'm drinking some tea.
That's it right there. Don't even think about what I just said. Deliver us.
I'm like, it's too late. You need it already.
Tonight. So now, Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up, so that we'll get a chance to cheat in just a little bit. And with that big arm back, gonna be cooking a nice pound cake.
I love pound cake. I love sweets, man. So you tried the as above, so below, so, and this is just for like my little marketing thing. I'm gonna probably do a voiceover. You can tell me what you think about it, soap and everything.
Well, first of all, since I have been back home, now I get a chance to actually continue to use it. But it did such wonders, like on my face. Like it was just great at just drying up because I have really sensitive skin, so I just always break out for anything. And then if I do my makeup all the time and I don't clean my makeup brushes like I'm supposed to, then I'm gonna have breakouts. But the soap has really just helped my skin just clear up from like where it was. So now that's all I really want to use on my face. Like that's it. And it has the sea moss in it. And then at the time, I had this little dip. I don't want to call him my man because he done messed up. He just one of my forwards. Now at this point, he done demoted himself. But when he was here, he was using it. I was like, baby,
you're not the first person to say that. What? I said, you're not the first person to say that. My little friend was using my soap. He saw it in the bath. I'm like, oh, okay.
So yes, the men love it too. So yeah, so I'm anxious to actually try the turmeric soap, and then I also use the lip scrub. Yes, and that was good because baby, here lately I've been needing to hydrate more and more, and these lips be getting crusty. So that has been a saving grace for exfoliating my lips real good. And just too, because it has, I don't know what the oil is that's in it, but like after you exfoliate, it still is moisturizing.
It's
So
coconut and black seed oil.
yeah, so it's real moisturizing. So yeah, I have been loving it as well. And then just too, like just seeing you being a light and like really enjoying like what you do, and knowing that you put a lot of love into your products, and like making this stuff for us, and then I could pull up on you. I ain't even gotta wait to get it in the mail, because when I needed some more, I was like down to this much. I was like, okay, what do I do? Like, is she gonna be somewhere? Or like, and you was like, no, you can just come get it. So yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I really love this. Like, no joke. I'm like happy that I found the courage. When I started this, it was just kind of like me. Everybody was kind of gassing me up a little bit, like, girl, you know you could do this. You know you could. And I was like, for real? Like, y'all think so? And then Mia, she was like, I want you to come to do an event, like band at an event. And I was like, I've never done that before, but I can put something together. I don't know if you ever went back to look at the pictures. I'm obsessive, so I'm talking about I could put a little something together. When I went, I had a whole line. I had about 100 things with me. Like, I literally decked my whole table out first time, and everybody was just kind of like, this your first time? And I'm like, yeah, it's just a little something. But that's what I said, where it came so natural. And it's something that I've been very passionate about, you know what I mean? That it was like my little something was just like, okay, here you go, all of my shit. Like, everything that I love, here it is. But yeah. I'm always happy.
I love that, because even your pictures are like so professionally done, and like you could tell that you're putting, you know, a lot, not like a lot into it, because it might not really be like a lot. Like, so like you said, when it comes natural, like sometimes it just is, and it just comes out looking really good, but it looks like a lot. It looks like you're putting a lot into it. And I mean, I just, even your personality, like some people, they selling stuff, but like their personality not right. So it's like you get it and you like,
don't let that face.
My face don't lie. I don't be really wanting to spend money with people who act like they don't want me to spend my money. You know what I'm saying? Like, just selling this or what? Now you don't want me to buy it. I'm just trying to figure out what's what, you know? So it's just like you had a really good personality too when I met you, and then you just be real. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I follow Facebook too. I think for me, where's my real place? Twitter.
I got no Twitter. I'm still not hip to all that.
I don't really talk too much on Facebook like I want to, because I feel like I have like a lot of my family members, my older family members, my mom's friends and stuff. So sometimes I will vocalize, but I'm not as vocal on Facebook. But like sometimes I read your posts and I just laugh. I'll be like, yeah.
I'll be on there. Oh, you know what? I seen you. Okay, so we had some mutual friends. You friends with one of my cousins. I was like, my cousin. He locked up right now, but his name is Robert. I don't know if he like go by that, but his name on Facebook was like Fendi Stash.
I don't know.
But yeah, I was like, okay, we got some mutual friends here. She knows some of my family members. But yeah, I'll just be kind of being real. Like, there's the only way I can be. I told somebody in my other interview, like, I'm a Leo. You know what I'm saying? And outside of this,
y'all do though. That's what y'all do. My mom is a Leo. My daddy is a Leo. I got a Leo rising. So baby,
you get it.
You gonna have to get the truth at some point, and it's gonna be blunt, and then we're gonna have to come back and be like, you know, I ain't really mean it like that. I mean it like this, but I meant what I said though.
Yeah. I do be meaning what I say. August 12th, baby.
That's my mom's birthday.
Oh, for real?
Yes, no lie. Yeah, she's not here. She's an ancestor now, but yeah, that was my mom's birthday. And my dad is on the 29th of July.
Wow, girl, too.
I don't know how they each other, baby.
Yeah, I was just about to say, how did that work out?
It didn't.
They was probably butting heads all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. For my dad, that was the love of his life. For my mom, I don't know. I think like we said in relationships before, it's hard to balance when you're not in harmony to begin with. You got to start in harmony to continue in harmony. If you already with somebody and like y'all not equally yoked from the beginning, then it's hard for somebody else to, like, if you a little bit further down the line in whatever, whether it's work, spiritually, mentally, physically, whatever it is, like if that other person is behind you or on the side of you, however you want to look at it, because sometimes people don't, especially some men, they don't like when you say high and low and all this other stupid ass shit. But what it is, what it means is we're not on the same frequency. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to get there if you're not already in that energy. It's hard for people to match your frequency when they already not there.
What do you think about people when they talk about, because I feel like, when it comes to like twin flames and like divine partnerships and karmic relationships, it's nice to have a name to things, but I feel like a lot of people will use that as a crutch or a reason to stay in situations that they don't need to be in. You know what I'm saying?
I think twin flames are karmic. Yeah, and I think a soulmate is a soulmate, and I think you can have more than one soulmate in your lifetime, because two women can be soulmates as far as a partnership, you know what I'm saying? But not like on a love level, but just partnering in business. You can run across somebody that's, oh, this is my soulmate in business, and we go down the line and go make $10 million, so it's like you can have more than one soulmate. But yeah, that so-called twin flame shit, because that's nobody, they just mirroring you, and you keep going back and forth doing the same stuff. So if you got some toxic behaviors like arguing or whatever, now you with this other toxic person and y'all just steady arguing all the time. You get tired and be like, make the realization, okay, this is me. I'll keep accepting this. I keep going through this. I mean, especially even like you said, why would you use twin flame as an excuse to stay in a toxic relationship with a man that don't respect you, that's constantly cheating on you? So you could just say, well, he's my twin flame. Okay, at this point, what does that mean to you?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because twin flames are supposed to teach each other lessons. So at this point, what have you learned? But yeah, before we had titles to this shit, we just called it dysfunction.
Exactly. Yeah, people use these titles and they want to they just gravitate towards it and hold on towards it, but it's deeper than that for sure. I just be seeing that a lot, and I be in the comments. I'm in some of these like girl groups, and it's like just so I can kind of understand. I gotta know my people and my demographic, and I'm always talking to women and dealing with them, so it's just kind of like listening to them, and I hear that all the time. Well, that's my twin flame or my soulmate. And the soulmate thing, I do agree. You're gonna have multiple soulmates, and they're not all gonna be romantic. Because I have a friend that like I've known since it's over a decade. We met in college, just on some random shit. And when I tell you, I can call her and we literally light each other up. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not in no romantic type of way, but it's just kind of like, I love you, girl. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And all that stuff. That's why because your soul, when you look at the word and you break it down into two words, it's your soul is mating with another soul. That means we're on the same frequency. We comprehend each other at a soul level. That's a special thing, and if you can honor that in somebody else, then that just takes you up a level. That's how you get to your ascension, through soulmate relationships. Now these other karmic and whatever we want to call them, flames, that shit burn the hell out your ass every time you try to do it. Every time.
Yeah.
We go back and forth with that because we're supposed to learn a lesson from it. And you got to see the beauty in it at some point in time. But a lot of people, they just go too far. They get so deep into this stuff because now, like, you have to really get in touch with your ancestors and try to see what your lineage is Because a lot of times, like now that a lot of this has become like super popular now, you got a lot of people just dabbling in things that they don't need to be dabbling in, you know. And a lot of problems that a lot of women have is this love spell stuff that they really be on, you know, like I can make him love me, you know. And I'm like, people selling love candles and stuff, and I'm like, that's some bullshit. Like, how you gonna go against somebody else's free will? I mean, and it might, like, you know, we all have magic, energy. We're all made up of energy. So if I consciously send energy to you, and you're open to receive, you dealt with me in some type of way, then you might most likely will receive that energy. But what happens when you're sending people energy that they don't really want? So if this person doesn't really like you, now you're trying to light candles and send them all of this love energy and try to bind them to you. What's gonna happen when the candle burns out and it rubs off?
Yeah, I would say there's ethics to this spiritual stuff and to using magic, and you know everything has its checks and balances. It's important to have a mentor, I think, you know what I'm saying, or somebody that you can talk to, some type of spiritual coach, because there's going to be things on the internet and stuff that you can read, but not all of it is 100% accurate. Or like you're saying, like you're a student, I'm a teacher and a student, I'm always going to be a student, but it's just like just out here trying shit or doing stuff for the hell of it. Some of you guys need some therapy, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with therapy, you know.
Do that. Don't lie. No love spells, no love. Can't stop that shit, please. I don't care if it's a practitioner. Stop doing that.
Yeah, it's okay to say I need some help. I might need some therapy. You know, a professional to talk to. But lighting that candle, what? No.
Let them go, baby, in peace and love, and they might just come back on their own. What was the old saying? If they really love you, let them go, and they'll return, or something like that.
And if they come back, then it was meant to be, something like that. Yeah.
Let that be, baby. I can't stand when somebody asks me for a love read. Hell. Don't ask me. Fuck him.
I had a reader. She didn't do love readings. Like one of my coaches, she was like, I just don't do them no more. Like I've learned it. She's so funny. She cracked me up.
Because like I said, that's how I found out that the whole twin flame thing, or just relationships, that's how I found out. Like most relationships are karmic, and they're gonna teach you a lot of lessons. Like those are your biggest lessons, because y'all would tell people stuff and they don't even listen.
Because they don't want to hear it. What you asking for?
Listen, baby, when somebody laying that pipe good, they don't want to.
They're confused.
They ain't trying to hear that. Not him. That's my baby. I want to give this man 10 children. I cook his food every day. I iron his pants. Don't you tell me nothing about Libra.
Right.
So it's like, okay, you right. I'm not gonna tell you nothing else. I ain't telling you nothing else. And then when they have to come back and be like, oh, you was right. I'm like, it ain't wasn't about me being right. It was really about you catching that lesson. You know, what did you learn? So I just tell people now, like, I don't do that. That's something you just gotta grow through and learn. And when you come out on the other side of it. But I will tell people, like, you know, especially if they all hyped up, like, this is my person. Like, nah, I'm not ready. But
yeah, I've had to do that before, and it's just the truth. I also know one thing that I've learned: don't be asking questions if you're not ready for the answer. Like,
don't even come get a reading. And I don't like I try to empower people to like tap into their own intuition. So like if I feel like somebody is asking me a lot of stuff, then it's like, okay, what do you think? What do you feel? You know, go with that. You know, start tap, because if not, then you get addicted to like listening to the readings instead of listening to yourself. Because all this is supposed to do is confirm what you already been feeling, what you already been knowing. You know, it's just bringing it to the surface and putting it out there for you to see, you know. So it's like, that's what we're here for, is to help you to be able to heal yourself and tap into your own intuition. not for you to have to keep coming back and running back to try to get answers that you already have. Everything is already within you. So it's just like people got to learn how to tap into themselves and listen to themselves. Like, okay, he driving your car, he's spending your money, he eating up all your food, and he not doing shit.
And you want to be with him? Why?
Yeah, break up. It's not it's okay. You know, say break up. It's not balance. There's no balance there. You know, it's no reciprocity. Break up. You'll be all right. Eventually, you're gonna cry tonight, tomorrow, maybe next week, but you'll be okay. And just because I'm pulling cards for you don't mean that I'm not dealing with my own stuff. I still gotta grow through that type of shit too. I still gotta deal with I'm God, and yes, I know myself, and I'm gonna take good care of you, and let's become one, and let's meditate, and let's channel our chi together. And I'm still a bullshit ass nigga though. I'm lying. I gotta deal with it too.
What I was gonna say too, like with Ben and Leo, how we put our, like, I'm not better than anybody or nothing like that, but I feel like at the end of the day, this will keep me honest, because I gotta look myself in the mirror, and if I know that I've been out here bullshitting,
I am not absolved from the love test and all that too.
Not at all. You know, you live and you learn. You really do.
Baby, I'm gonna tell you, our penis ain't good penis. That's for sure.
Not at all. Okay, tell everybody. Well, do you have any plans? Like, you know what I'm saying? I know you said in the spring you're gonna bring back the practice at the garden.
Yeah, I want to. I'm thinking about just doing private sessions, but I'm gonna see what my spirit leads me to do.
Okay, I'm excited. I want to be there for those. Let everybody know where they can find you, Lex.
Well, I'm Lex Luniverse on everything. Well, I'm Queen Lex Lu on Twitter. If y'all want the raw unfiltered, y'all head on Twitter. A lot of times I just talk my shit on Twitter, but Lex Luniverse on Instagram, Lex Luniverse on TikTok. I don't really be on TikTok that much, but I'm starting dropping a lot of my music stuff just on TikTok specifically. And then you'll get a little bit of everything on it. Then I have lexluniverse.com. You can just go to my website. Also, purchase my merch. I got t-shirts. I do a lot of branding stuff and all of those things as well. Because, you know, it's helping each other to reach plateaus in our businesses as well through spirituality and integrity in the way that we do things, you know. So yeah.
I'm gonna put all of this stuff at the bottom on the video. It was so nice talking to you. I'm glad we took this time out.
Me too. You're such a beautiful person. I'm glad that I have been able to share energy with you today. And I'm definitely going to be reaching out because, like I told you, I need to get my turmeric soap. So when you're back this way, let me know. But I'll come to where you at still, too.
I'll be doing deliveries on Wednesdays and Thursdays. I'll be coming in the city. Like, I feel like I'm all out here. I'll come in the city twice a week and I do deliveries. Right now, I'll be in, like, Oak Cliff area, like, over in, like, Paul Quinn. But if you just let me know, I'll bring it to you.
Okay. I'll definitely go get some.